Welcome back to the Unify onboarding series. If you made it thus far, you just explored how to create an audience for the very first time. Now we're going to show you how to create your first sequence. We created this audience based off of a select number of filters that we walked through in the last video. And now we actually want to connect this audience to a sequence. In order to do that, we are going to create a play. But first, before we create the play, we actually want to determine what type of copy we want to send now that we have this set audience of companies/people. In order to do that, you're going to navigate back to the home menu and you are going to click this button here called Sequences. You can create a new sequence on the right side. The UI is supposed to resemble very much like a Google Drive or shared collaboration space where you can store, file, and manage all of your sequences. You can hit Create Sequence in the top right, and we're going to call this Garrett test sequence. Here you can select permissioning associated with this sequence depending on the nature of your organization, and then hit Save. Now, in the left side, you'll be prompted with a very visual builder. Here you can select a combination of email steps, zaps to pipe things out to things like LinkedIn, dialers, and other information that may be useful to you. And then also in the future, we'll have things like LinkedIn automation and dialers built first party. To do that today, you're actually going to hit the first step. You're going to hit step one, add that email step, and now you can start adding your email experience very much like a typical Apollo or outreach cadence. We can say something like a Unify plus company name, and you can actually see, as an example, automating outbound. You can set a fallback subject if there is no variable name available for company name. So automating outbound Unify. And then if you actually take a second to enter the body of the message, you can actually see the variables that you have available to you at this point in time. You have things at the person level, first name, last name, title, email, mobile phone, corporate phone, LinkedIn URL, address, stuff like that. You have things at the company level that are Unify fields. You have sender-based variables if you want to mention your name or things about you, which is all of these things at the sender level can be configured within settings. We also have time-based variables, so you can say happy Tuesday morning, happy Friday evening, hope July close has been going well, stuff like that. Excited to see how 2025 pans out, stuff like that. And then also at the account and contact level, whatever you store in your CRM, both on HubSpot and Salesforce, you can access within Unify. So we have tons of awesome fields here that we'll show you how to leverage later. Now, to begin, we might start adding some variables. Hi, first name. You can add, saw you work at company name. Would love to share how Unify. You, of course, can kind of italicize, bold, underline, all the typical things that you expect in an email writer. You can hyperlink as well by hitting Command K, and then add a domain, and much, much more. Additionally, you can add some smart snippets, which might be things like leading marketing. You can create snippets or smart snippets, which is the ability to actually have shortened versions of text that you write commonly, or use smart snippets, which is our AI version of snippets that allows you to auto-generate text every time an enrollment occurs for a person. It allows you to generate really cool personalized copy using the latest large language models and prompt generation. So that's how you create this experience. You ultimately can create multiple steps in the email. You can create a new thread, a reply. You can obviously, if it's a new thread, you need a new subject line, and then you can look to pipe some data out to the growth machine, Zapier, or dialing steps, depending on if you're ready to do that. In order to publish this, you would now just simply come over here, hit publish, and this will just simply create the sequence and allow people to begin flowing into it, you cannot actually send people into this sequence or enroll people into this sequence until there is an active play running. So do not worry about publishing the sequence, because you will have the keys on whether or not someone will be enrolled into said sequence soon. So that is how to create a sequence. Next, we're going to show you how to actually finish your mailboxes if they are warming and prepare them to be used in plays.